What up, guys? I salute you, all me fellow high lords and ladies out there. I'm Vernon here, back again. How's everybody doing? So here, guys, I'm here to give my somewhat overview in more in-depth overview of season 3 of Voltron, Legendary Defender. That's on Netflix. So to all my fellow children of the '80s, you hit that play button. God damn it, you're gonna get your entertainment's worth. Let's do this. So I think a lot of people was a little bit surprised that season 3 came back so fast. I think the main thing I think a lot of people were surprised as how short season 3 was. I made a quick thought video real quick after I finished watching season 3 last Friday. I think it was last Friday I watched. Yeah, last Friday. Yeah, Friday that passed. Um, I was like, yeah, wow, this is really short. Like, then people were telling me, oh, it's gonna be this season 3 is not over. It's broken up. Actually, I believe it is done. I believe it is done. I'm not quite sure. I could be wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys. But let's talk about this. Season 3 was pretty good. Despite the shortness, it gave me kind of what I wanted in retrospect. It gave me kind of what I wanted with certain things of what happened to Shiro at the end of season 2. It was almost to the point, okay, will we see Keith step into that role that we know he's destined to step into? You know, will Princess Allura step into the role that she's destined to step into? We got that. But the way they delivered it, I thought was very, very good. You know, one thing I was hoping for was the team really feeling, really not in sync, even with, Keith taking role. In this portrayal of Keith, he's very much the loner. He's a loner. He's not really quote unquote part of the pack. He's a lone wolf, but he will join in when times the alpha being Shiro kind of reels him in. But over the course of the first 2 seasons, we were seeing Shiro really kind of mold him into being this leader. But we got to see that Allura also would join the fold and how she would progress as being a paladin of the Blue Line and things like that. More observation into just the storytelling of Pidge's brother, what's going on with him. Lance also had a kind of a role as well as like, is he really needed in terms of kind of being like them betraying him as the goofball of the team? You know, how do they move on from Shiro? But still searching for Shiro, not giving up the search, which was a good pace as well. Then, of course, on the Gara side, you're looking at it from a point of, how do they move on from what happened to Zarkon? You know, Hagar, what is she gonna do? What's her twisted mind thinking? And then, of course, we enter Lotor, who we all wanted to see. Many people was like, okay, when is Lotor coming in? I remember saying that, and then we get him. And this version of Lotor is a lot different. I like what they went with him. He felt a lot different from the old school Lotor, who kind of was always like, Allura, yeah, marry me, and blah blah. He was always on the hunt to try to get Princess Allura to marry him and things like that. This Lotor was kind of a sense not the aggressor in terms of getting people to follow and stay loyal to the Gara Empire, but in his mains of showcasing that, where's your precious Voltron at? Since he's not around, why not join me? Stay loyal to the Gara Empire and things like that. And I liked his entourage as well. Akia, I hope I'm saying the name right. As Ezitor, I'm forgetting the big woman. I'm forgetting her name, and the blind woman. I forgot with the cat. I forgot the names of those, but they were pretty good. I enjoyed them. We did know some of them. Keith knew one of them. Him and Hunk knew one of his members, but they all felt a little different. Like they didn't come off as being, um, so to speak, like really like we're the enemy. They kind of had like a little bit honor bound to them, which I enjoyed very much. Izor was like she was like the pink. She was that ponytail, the one with the ponytail and the pink skinned. She was like really nice, and I'm like, okay, something's wrong with her. I came. I'm like, okay, something's wrong with her. She too nice for her own good. Like maybe she's nice to the trained eye, but she's a witch underneath. But no, I was wrong. Um, what else we got in there? But I loved how Lotor really felt. He felt like it was like playing a chess game with him and the Voltron Force. Like he was testing them, and throughout the entire most of the season, he tested them to see, okay, is this truly the Paladins that defeated my father? But also, there's what I was hoping for, was I'm kind of glad they didn't really go, is like the whole stereotypical father son, like you know I'm better than my father. I'll do this. Kind of, it didn't feel like they did that to me, but uh, that was really good. The other thing I thought was really cool is the introduction of other worlds, other alternate dimensions. And while did they pay homage to a certain somebody in they paid homage to the classic series again, once again, by introducing a different version of Shiro. Remember, in when they brought Voltron here to the States way back when, they didn't call Shiro Shiro. They called him Sven. They made him Swedish or so sweet. But in this, we got to see it. I once that happened, I geeked the fuck out. I was like, "What?" Like, oh, that's okay. And I just was like, homage. There you go. Once again, paying homage to the classic '84 series. Um, but probably my best episode, though the episodes ran quick, it did kind of get us to the point of one, the team somewhat moving on without Shiro, but then Shiro coming back, but still Keith trying to find his way as the leader, Princess Laura finding her way not as just a princess, but also now a paladin of the Voltron Force. Lance really figuring out he's as much as he's the goofball, he still has his place. Things like that. They really hammered that in very well, in my opinion, despite the length of the season. But probably the biggest and best episode, I think, of the season, in my opinion, was the finale of the origin of this version of Voltron. I love that episode. I thought that episode was really well paced. I thought it was really well done. It got to point A to point B very good in terms of why did Zarkon become, what was Princess Alora's father like? When did he create the Voltron Force, then the Voltron robots and the Lions? Who was the first team? What happened between Zarkon? Why did he turn out to be what made him become this way? And we got to see that. More importantly, we got to see the birth and of Hagar. And that right there threw me for a loop, because I'm like, wait, what? Whoa! I'm like, oh my God, beautiful. At first, you cannot understand, guys, in my opinion, how I always thought that the way they were doing Keith in this series was, being that he's half Gar. I was thinking, okay, Hagar's probably his mom. I was wrong. I was wrong. But the way they did it, I thought was really. I was like, wow, okay, okay. and I got what I wanted. Now, but despite that, guys, I will say, yeah, there are some nitpicks. I think the main thing is, yes, the length. The length was a little bit like, wow, really? Only 7 episodes? Um, really? That's it? 7? Uh, the other thing I would also say is, for me, not really nitpicking, but my question is in terms of, where does Shiro fit into this now? Because the Black Lion has chosen Keith as his paladin. It's not going back to Shiro. So where does he stand? What is his purpose now? What will he accomplish now? Does he stay a part of the team, but as kind of guidance in terms of tactical advisory and things like that? What does he do? The other thing, what is Lotor's plan with the same material that Voltron is made out of? That was also the big thing of this season. Uh, he got this meteorite or so that what Voltron the robots are made out of. So what's his purpose of that? Um, the ending also proved that, okay, a certain someone's coming back. So where does that put Lotor? All these questions kind of got me like, I really wish it wasn't that short. But we don't have to wait too long, guys, because October 13th, season 4 comes. They're putting out these seasons really quick. Um, but I did enjoy what I saw. A lot of homage, a lot of respect goes to everybody who worked on this series. Not forgetting where this series came from, but doing your thing, but also just once again just proving, you know, sometimes for animated, sometimes Netflix may be where it's at. To get a better quality of story. But all in all, if I was to give this season um a rating, I would give it out of 10. I'd probably give it 7 blazing swords out of 10. There you go. There you go. Um, didn't hurt. I think the biggest thing that hurt it was the length of the season. I didn't mind it, but it did feel like, was some things rushed, and I think personally, maybe Princess Allura becoming a part of the team so quickly, I think that was a little rushed. I think that could have been played out a little bit more. That could have went maybe 2 more episodes, like, okay, things like that. But other than that, y'all, I'm a Voltron fan. I always will be. I grew up with the damn thing. These cartoons, these characters are dear to me. I hold them very close. These are, like I said, anything from the '80s. It's very protective of, and a reboot, remake of the classic, but still paying homage to where it came from. Nothing but the utmost respect for. Nothing but the utmost respect, and that's what we got. I can't wait to season 4. I can't wait to see where it goes from there. I know they plan to have this series have about maybe 78 episodes in total. Let's go. Let's see where it goes from here. But once again, like I said, correct me, guys, if I'm wrong in terms of this season being. This was not the season finale. This was just the finale of kind of like how they do with Teen Wolf. They do, they break it up. But if not, season 3 was just really short. Hopefully, season 4 will be longer. It comes out in October. This October, I'm ready to go. Let's do it. Hope you guys enjoyed my overview and thoughts on this season. And I look forward to hearing what you guys feel about it. What were your favorite parts? Um, what were your least favorite parts? What did you feel that some things were rushed? Give me your input. I always love hearing your inputs, guys. But other than that, this is Mount Vernon Kid. I'm the Geek High Lord of New York. Bid you adieu. Y'all take care.